Hey, do you ever seem to wonder why some people seem to crush their goals, live their dream life, everything they touch seems to turn to gold, while others seem to struggle, frustrated, can't seem to break through, even though they're putting forward the effort? Well, guess what? I've been on both ends of that spectrum. I've had the highest of highs, mountaintop experiences where everything I touch seemed to turn to gold. I've had also days where I've been the lowest of lows, crashing and burning, can't seem to get out of my own way. Well, I'm Bruce Poppy. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to who I am, what this channel's about, and why I believe you should join me on this journey that we're going to call Unleashing Excellence. Are you ready? Welcome to the Bruce Poppy Show. You're probably wondering, who is this Bruce Poppy guy? What is this channel all about? And why should you care? Well, a little bit about me. I am Bruce Poppy. Poppy is kind of a nickname. My kids call me Pop. My grandkids call me Poppy. And some details about my history. I started very young. This year, which is 2025, we'll be celebrating 41 years of being married. So in 1984, I turned 16, I got married, and my son was born, my first child. Fast forward now, we have 4 amazing children. My youngest daughter is 32. We have 7 completely crazy good grandchildren. Our youngest grandchild will be 1 in a couple of weeks. And so we started very young. I've always leaned towards a growth mindset, always been a positive, glass half full kind of guy. Did a lot of training, leadership, sales, how to deal with people, personalities. I've always been drawn to that type of world. So after spending 25 years in a machine shop building plastic injection molds, I made the jump and became a real estate agent in 2004. Then from that time on, I've not had a job. I've been unemployable. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Say that 10 times fast. Entrepreneurial spirit. Had multiple different businesses, from being a real estate agent, then I transformed into a broker, opened up my own real estate company as a one-man show. Had other multiple businesses, had a landscaping business, had a t-shirt printing business, have other, like I said, multiple different businesses that I've had throughout the years. And I've always had a mindset of growth, trying to be better. I'm like most people out there watching this, is that I always wanted to have a little bit more. I wanted to be better, right? I wanted to have a better life. I wanted to be happy and fulfill my purpose, all of those things. So we're constantly chasing, moving, trying to improve myself. Well, a bit crazy thing happened in 2018. Had some pretty significant health issues throughout my life, some history of cardiac stuff. 2018 was horrible. It was a kind of a waking up period for me. I had ended up having, long story short, 7 surgeries in 6 months. Nearly died. Was horrible situation. I had lost my passion, lost my purpose, lost my vision. Wanted to give up. I wouldn't say I was suicidal, but I was done. The health stuff, it just beat me into the ground. And I had to, a couple of things happened to put me back on the right path. Was just before COVID and the whole 2020 situation, I started doing some research, trying to figure out what was going on. And I had a pretty significant spiritual awakening, not a religious experience, but a pretty significant spiritual awakening. And through all those years of me learning all these different principles of how I can be better, how I, positive mental thinking, positive mental attitude, all the different principles I learned in leadership and all that stuff. I was pursuing all these different things for myself. I wanted to be better. I wanted to have more for my family. I wanted all the, the fancy, the big houses, fancy cars, the lifestyle of the rich and famous, if you will. So I was always pursuing that for my own personal gain. And through this spiritual awakening, I had come to the realization that one of the principles, kind of the light bulb went on a little bit, more and more as I was doing research into some of the universal laws, hermetic principles, all these different things, all these little different bits and pieces that I had acquired, like many people looking, we're looking for that silver bullet, right? That one little thing that we can do that's going to change everything, to kind of shortcut the process for success. And what ended up happening was I realized, hey, if I just help enough other people get what they want, I can get what I want. And so my mindset completely shifted. Rather than me pursuing stuff for my own personal gain, I made that shift to say, hey, who can I help? How can I help? If I start serving others rather than serving myself, that's when things change, man. All these different principles I had learned were coming together. So I had gotten involved in podcasting. I've done hundreds of hours of podcasts, exploring all the problems and the issues and difficulties, corruption in the societal political system, the geopolitical stuff. Was doing a lot of podcasts. I traveled the country, got blessed to be hooked up with a group of people that we traveled around the country multiple times, and we've done over 100 live in-person events around the country. So I got to get a feel of what was going on around the country, get connected with some of the people that I had been kind of communicating with via the screen over COVID and all that different type of stuff, and getting connection, and realized that many people were in the same boat that I was. They wanted to change. They wanted to do things differently, but maybe they didn't know how. They lacked, some motivation. They lacked some inspiration, lacked some techniques, some strategies about what they could implement in their life. And so through this rapid spiritual ascension thing that I was going through, like I said, all of these different principles all came together, and the light bulb went on for me. And I realized how I can make this happen. And first thing was serving others rather than myself. Second thing is there's more out there that people realize with the internet, all these different things, all the information is there. If we can just put it together. So through the traveling around with doing these truth tour, unity tours with Lewis Herms and Screw Big Gov, I decided, hey, I got all this years of experience. My superpower is authenticity. I'm always willing to talk about the 500-pound gorilla in the room. I'm always willing to share the things that, the mistakes that I've made. So that's what the Bruce Poppy Show has come about, transformed into, evolved into, is me distilling my lifetime of experiences, all the different things I've learned and have implemented. See, here's the difference between a lot of the other people out there. They do the research or something, they put out a video or a course, and then they've never done the stuff themselves. So this show is about my personal journey, the things that I have found that work for me, that are tips, tools. There is no tricks to success. So the tagline of this Bruce Poppy Show is unleashing excellence, because I know inside each and every one of us there is excellence, and that's what our Creator had intended us to be, is live a life of excellence, live a life of abundance. So what this channel is all about is me distilling, sharing this information, showing you the things that I've screwed up on, because I've made way more mistakes than I've had successes. But that's the way things work, right? Because if you look at a graph, one of my other gifts is I can pull back and see a 30, 40,000 foot view, see the big picture. If you were to just hone in and focus in on a month or a week or a year, you might, see just a downfall, and you feel like everything is going to be crashing and burning around you. But if you pull back and look over I'm 57 now, over the last 20 years that I've been in my own business, and if you look at that graph, it's going up and up and up and up and up. But if you look at the minutia, there's lots of failures in there. So I'm willing to share. My life is an open book. There is no secrets. There is nothing hiding. I am the real deal. Like I said, my superpower is authenticity. And so that's what this channel is about. I'm bringing all this stuff together. Success principles, universal laws. Everything comes together, that big picture. Biblical principles, universal law principles, hermetic principles, all these different things about how to deal with people, how we can find our purpose, get a dream, set goals, achieve those goals, right? So that's what this channel is about. I'm going to be bringing, I use shorts, little shorts. I call them Poppy's Mindset Minute, a couple, 3 minutes, just a little mindset hack, things that I found that I'm working on that particular day or week. Also doing interviews with other people who are crushing it, just, pursuing excellence in their life. And so we interview, seeing what works for them, how their mindset works, get a different perspective. This Prince song, it's called Let's Go Crazy. The beginning of it, dearly beloved, we're gathered here together today to get through this thing called life. Well, that's how this whole thing works. We all learn from each other. I learn from, your mistakes. You learn from my mistakes. We help each other out. I have this vision when I'm going through this type of stuff, a ladder, this whole spiritual ascension type process, a ladder, and I'm climbing up the ladder, and there's people that are further along the path than me, and they're reaching back, and I'm reaching up to have them pull me up. Also, there's people that are further down the ladder than me, so I'm reaching back to pull those people up, and we all got to work together, be the best humans that we can be to be able to succeed in this thing called life. And success, that's a different, there's going into that and different shows, different episodes that I'm going to bring forward. What that means, it's something different for every single person. But the main focus is unleashing excellence, pulling back the curtain so we can see, how our subconscious mind and our conscious mind work together, and all these different ideas and systems and strategies. So that's what this channel is all about, me bringing forward this stuff. And why is that important to you, or why should you care? Because I believe, like I said earlier, most people are like myself. They want happiness. They want success. They want to have a better relationship, right? And we're going to be tackling all kinds of different subjects on this thing in all areas of life, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, whether it's health, relationships. We're going to unleash excellence in our entire lives, all areas of life. So we're going to be different things that we're talking about. The other thing on why this is important, I believe, for anybody watching is, from my perspective, I've seen in my journey that there's, I've looked at videos and read books and gone to seminars and all kinds of different things. And a lot of times, especially in today's world with all the videos, YouTube and TikTok and Rumble and Facebook and all these different things, there's a lot of people out there that are putting out, giving you little crumbs, little pieces of the puzzle, but they never give you the whole puzzle. They want to give you a little piece, and then they're selling some type of course, some type of book, some type of seminar, something for hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars. Well, in my life, raising 4 children, it's not been easy. And a lot of times, the financial aspect of this and buying into some of these courses and seminars and different things can be crazy amounts of money. Well, I don't believe... Let me back up a second. Those courses and different things, most of the time, have some value. But most people, if you're coming from my perspective and raising a family and trying to get through this thing called life, someone having that extra disposable income maybe isn't the easiest thing to do. So you just kind of feel stuck. So my purpose, my goal, my intention for the Bruce Poppy Show and this YouTube channel is all my content is free. I'm never going to charge you. I'm never going to have a course through the YouTube channel. I get, don't get me wrong. I like to make money, and I got bills to pay. So what I'm doing differently than a lot of these other people, all my content is free, but I have established some affiliate relationships with certain people that have products or systems or different things that have been a benefit to me. This is stuff that I have used and I've tested, and I completely wholly endorse. So I promote these things, and if you go to these affiliate members and you say, hey, I'm going to do this, I can try this out. This is a good thing. I get a little bit of affiliate referral fee. So I'll make my money doing other things. So all my content on here is free. So that's why I think it's important for you to follow and subscribe and share this stuff out, because all my stuff is free. I'm a new author. I never thought I'd be writing a book, but I wrote a little ebook, and I'm going to, you can get it for free. And the ebook is called 7 Mindset Shifts to Change Your Life. So you can go to www.7mindsetshifts.net and you can get a free copy of this book. It's a guide that you can use on a daily basis, 7 things you can do one day for a week to help shift your mindset, because everything is mindset. I'm kind of a mindset mentor. That's where I've been focused. That's where my passion is, and trying to understand why people do certain things and how we can overcome some of the challenges. So you can go to www.7mindsetshifts.net, get a free copy of this ebook, and you'll be on your way. Like I said, all my content on here is free. I'm going to be doing other things to try to bring a community together. Like I said, I'm going to be doing shorts, little mindset minutes, mindset hacks, interviews, other different things, promoting some stuff that'll help your health, help your finances, help your relationships. So I think it's a good idea. This is up from I am a little biased, by the way, about following, subscribing. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell for notifications. I'm going to put new content up weekly. It's a brand new YouTube channel. All the other stuff I've done in the past, I've lost 8 YouTube channels, got taken down for censorship and different things. But Bruce Poppy Show on YouTube, subscribe, put the notifications on, and then share it out. If you know other people who are struggling with some mindset issues, the way they think, how we can, break through some of the ceilings, some of the limiting beliefs that we have. These are all the different subjects and topics that I'll be going through on Bruce Poppy Show. I said new content, weekly interviews. It's going to be fantastic. And we have fun too. Have a great time. I love fun. I love music. That's one of the huge things in my life. Music speaks to me. It's medicine for the soul. So I encourage you to, not only get the ebook, number 1, number 2, subscribe. Number 3, turn on that bell for notifications. And then 3, share it out. We're going to build a community. So I want to hear from you. Give me a comment. Smash that like button. Give me a comment what some of the struggles that you have. I'm curious. I want to connect. That's the other part of what I'm doing. I'm building a community of like-minded individuals that we can all get through this thing called life by learning from each other. I'll share the stuff that I've done, the mistakes I've made, the things I've learned. There is no secret to success. It's a process. There is no magic silver bullet. You're going to do this one thing and everything's going to be puppy dogs and rainbows. No, it's a process. It's a process of growth. So if you're sick and tired of the status quo, right? If you're sick and tired of the same old, let's do something different. Let's do it together, and we can unleash excellence in all of our lives. So I appreciate your time. We will get that ebook. That is the first thing that'll blow your mind. Some of the simple things that we can do and change our thinking and how we engage with the people around us and the external world. So make it a great day. Bruce Poppy. Welcome to the Bruce Poppy Show. See you next time.